Welcome to MSTV. We are going to bring you so much stuff that we got from the 2018 Arnold Classic. Great video interviews. We were walking the expo, hitting the bars at night, doing live broadcasts from the bars, and just a great trip that would not have been possible without our buddies from Old Skool Iron. I want to thank Darren Manahan personally for being the title sponsor of our Arnold coverage. Make sure you check out all their stuff at oldskooliron.com and spell old school with a K. So let's get right into some of those videos right now. Here at the Arnold Expo Black Skull booth with none other than the Lee Priest. What's up, Lee?
Not much, just hanging out here, you know, on a special diet, bottle of water a day.
Bottle of water, all the way from now. How long was the actual flight? I saw your map. You had to stop off in Houston, I think it was, right?
Yeah, first flight was 15 hours. Second flight was about 3 hours, I think, or 2 hours 45, something like that. But once you're brain dead after 15, it doesn't matter how much longer it takes.
And so now you've been here. Obviously, a lot of people were excited to see that you were here because you haven't been at the Arnold for a while. What was the last time you were in Columbus?
I think it was maybe 2009, 2010, somewhere around then. So
quite a few years back, so I'm sure it's going to be a busy weekend for you. I got to tell you, not for nothing, you have been on fire on RX. The last few shows with you, John, and Dave have been fucking amazing. Do you guys talk before the show, or do you just wing that?
No, just Dave normally sends me a text the day before. Dave always messes up the dates because I'm always a day ahead, so he's like, you know, this time, that time, sort of like when you did. It's like, just forget where I am on the day ahead, so it's like always get our times wrong. But no, he'll just say, hey, Lee, can you do Iron Rage tomorrow? I'm like, sure. Then I say, I'm ready to go. He's like, okay. Then he just say, today's topic's this, and I just come out with whatever shit that happens right that time. So no, nothing's ever planned, nothing's discussed. So what you see is pretty much us just going off the cuff straight away.
Good supply of saran wrap before you go live, all right?
I'm close to the kitchen, so I could get to the drawer. So.
How's been the fan I know it's early, day one here still. What's been the fan reaction coming up to you? I just saw a few guys before we went on.
Really good. Yeah, I've been here since it opened, and huge line to begin with. And still, like I said, it's just constant all day. So, like I said, I've been here since opening and haven't left yet. So, haven't eaten all day yet. So, I just, like I said, it's a fancy here. Sure, I can go and eat for a while, but then it's like some fans miss you. So, you know, if you got to go a few hours without eating, it's like I said, I'm not going to go catabolic. Like people think, oh, I got to eat every 2.5 hours, got to eat. You see people walking around here with meals and water. It's like, fuck off. It's like, if I can stand here for 7 hours without eating, those stupid cunts can do it too. So.
Have you seen Bob yet? It's another question.
Hey, Bob come past the booth, actually. I saw him talking to someone at the booth, but he didn't talk to me. Didn't even say hello.
It'll be a long weekend. I think you guys will shake hands when you see each other, I think.
We'll fucking touch knobs.
It's all fair in love and war. Lee Priest at the Black Skull booth, Arnold Classic 2018. All right, first day at the Arnold Expo with the MSM fam. We're finally getting to meet some of each other after all of that crazy talk on the fucking live feeds. We got right here, Kat Vong and CW.
Hey. I guess, for now.
So, hey, what's going on? Come on out, check everything out.
Hey, what's up, numbnuts?
What's up, MSM family?
We're all going to be hooking up here, so make sure you check us out every week on our live feeds, Monday and Thursday. We're going to have a good time here at the Arnold. Okay, Crystal, you went and had a manicure before heading to Columbus, Ohio. Let us know and let us see what you had done.
Well, just in case anybody needed to know, not to fuck with the MSM family. Right there.
What did the Korean lady think when you show, like, what did you show her, like a picture on your phone, what to do?
Oh yeah, I took the MSM logo and said, I need this on my middle finger, just on the middle finger. She loved it.
Did she take a photo for posterity?
Actually, yes.
I thank you because I am honored that that fucking logo is on your middle finger now. And I would love to know where that finger is going to be.
That's a whole different interview.
What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and you are watching Muscle Sport TV.
Still here, day 2, Arnold 2018 Expo. Old Skool Iron Presents MSM's coverage. We're here at Protan with MSM's own officer, Ashley Smith. What's going on?
Hey, how are you? How's everyone doing?
I finally got to meet her. We've been corresponding via electronic means and getting her videos and stuff on, but we were saying hope we can see each other, Arnold, and I'm glad that you recognize me by my small nose, right?
Oh, absolutely. I saw it coming from a mile away.
It's so little, I don't know how anybody finds it. So 2017 was your first year. We put up the video on a couple episodes ago of kind of your recap. 2018, I said definitely going to get a pro card. So what is the first show that you have planned in 18?
Well, for 2018, I actually have my pro show for OCB. Where I'm going to be competing, and then after that I have an NPC show every single month through July, and I will get my pro card at one of those shows, so stay tuned.
How many vacation days do you get where you are? Because we used to get 27.
Yeah, well, I'm burning a lot of time to travel, but my RDOs, which are considered rest days, they actually rotate, so I've been planning shows kind of around them, so I don't have to burn too much time, but it'll be worth it.
And soon enough, how many years do you have in with the department?
April 16th will be 10 years, so I'm halfway.
Wow. You know what? If this kicks off for you, you maybe can vest out.
Maybe. I would absolutely love that. That'd be pretty amazing if that happened.
If you guys do not follow Officer Ashley Smith on Instagram, highly recommend it. Obviously for the way she looks, but she's funny as hell. And she does cool videos from the patrol car that are just ridiculous, hysterical, and awesome at the same time. So you bring a bright light in an industry that's kind of fucking boring sometimes. So you bring some good stuff to it. So what other things you want to, feel free to plug your sponsors.
So right here I'm with Protan and Steel Fit. So come on to our booth. You can try some of our stuff. We're giving out sample packs and all that good stuff. You get to check out some of our models that are here and some of our athletes. And then obviously come say hi to me, take a picture, and it was great finally meeting you in person.
I'm honored because she's a great person, and it's to meet a fellow cop that looks like this. Doesn't happen too often, so we take advantage of it when we can. But Officer Ashley Smith, make sure you watch her on her Instagram channel. OfficerAshleySmith.com is her website, and of course on Muscle TV, Muscle Sport TV as well. See, I'm tongue-tied because I'm next to her. She's too hot. Old Skool Iron Presents Muscle Sport Media's coverage, and we are here at the Bolero booth with Jessica Reyes Padilla.
Yes.
What's up?
Hi, Joe. How are you doing?
I'm doing much better right now. Suddenly I'm not tired anymore. The last time I spoke to you was at the Olympia Expo, and you were at the Yamamoto Nutrition booth, hoping that things were going to go good in that direction. I heard they haven't. Fill us in on that whole shenanigans.
Oh, you know, like things happen. I'm being honest, you know, when sometimes you are like a good person and sometimes they just like take advantage of you. Like I did my job. I did what I asked me to do, like as an athlete, as a person that was like taking care of a company and promote what, you know, like the company and being like more than an athlete with them, and it's so really disappointed because they promised me like a lot of things, and I work hard for it. I'm a person that I'm always work hard for what I want, and I know what I deserve, and I just like believe in their words because they promised me in person. It's not like the same, but it didn't work out in the way that I thought. I did like a lot of things for them, and not actually just in Vegas at the Olympia. I stayed even the hurricane that was like happening in my hometown, and I stayed there for a few more days because they want me to, so they could fly me to the Arnold Barcelona, where I was over there like being like the host of the promotion at the expo because I know Spanish, and so I did more than what I asked for, and
above and beyond what you were being promised and you were doing to show them good faith.
Yeah, of course, because I believe in them, and I believe that they were gonna keep their promise to me about what they said about the contract, that it was gonna be signed in San Marino at the pro show over there. But you know, like a week before the show, they just told me that they couldn't afford to have me in their company because of some issues that happened. So that they expect me to be with them at the 2019 maybe, and I didn't get anything for what I did, and it was like really bad because then other companies that they could have the chance to sponsor me, they thought that I was with them, so I lost the opportunity like to also be with one of them. So it's really bad. Now right now I'm not with no sponsors at all. I have been doing this for 5 years by my own, just covering all the expenses, but from my pocket. So it's like people that knows me, they know that I do like more than 6 shows per year. So it's being a lot just to cover for myself. So I was like pretty excited to finally have someone to sponsor me, because I know that with that sponsor I will do like so much better, because I don't have to worry about working like two jobs, you know, just to cover all my expenses, you know, and just like focus on my training and my preparation. But you know, that was not the case.
So basically you got fucked over twice, pretty much.
Yeah, in your words, yeah, in your words, and if I could put it like in your way, it would be like something like that.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Yeah. But right now, IFBB Pro Jessica Reyes Padilla is not with anyone sponsored. So whoever doesn't sponsor this young lady is definitely missing the boat, because you bring a lot to the table. Personality, looks, you've had success on the professional stage, and bilingual too. So, I mean, so anybody who does not think Jessica is worthy of a sponsorship should be out of this fucking business. So what's your, give them out your Instagram or your social media website?
Yeah, Jessica Reyes Padilla, R-E-Y-E-S, on Facebook and also in Instagram.
All the same.
Yeah, all the same.
Look her up and sign her up. Jessica Reyes Padilla at the Arnold Expo. Let's be honest. Most of us are finding our gear from Johnny in the back of the fucking gym over there. You want one of these. The Royd test. You want to make sure it's not bunk, not weak crap. This is their advanced field kit. Just got it sent to me. William Llewellyn, he of the Anabolics books. So this guy knows his shit. Here's the Royd test. Comes in a nice case here. Look at that. It's even got a fucking battery. Look at that. Oof. All different tests you can do on all your different gears. All right, now here's your tester. So check it out. Highly accurate, versatile, fast, easy to read, and step-by-step instructions. More than 20 different steroids this is going to check. Oils, tablets, capsules, and even raw powder. Specific color reactions, provide all the confirmation, and it has a whole booklet in here. You can get all your stuff, boldenone, testosterone, all this stuff, everything you want to know. Guys over at roydtest.com, advanced field kit. Get it and make sure you're not getting fucked.
Right here we're doing the hack squat. As of right now I don't have any weight on it, but you know, a couple weeks ago I couldn't even do this. I was at the leg press, I looked over and I saw somebody doing it, and I said, what the heck, let's give it a shot. And sure enough, you know, here I am doing it. So hopefully in a couple weeks I'll add some weight to it and be able to have better form. These are assisted lunges, and basically how I do this is I kind of not lean on the table but use it a little bit for support, but I really try to make sure I push off through the ball of my foot, and the placement here of your foot is really key because you want to have it right over your nose, like you're going to knee yourself in the face, and then just really push up off that leg. I usually try to do 4 sets of 25, but it basically just varies on the day, how I feel, you know, if I'm really into it or, you know, just trying to get through it. But typically it's usually, like I said, 4 sets of 25 per leg. So I'm getting ready to do the sled push. Kind of a cool story how that started. I was doing leg day, and one of my goals is to walk with a walker. So I just said, what the heck, let me see if I can just, you know, kind of use this and see if I'd be able to walk with a walker, because I haven't done it in a while. And sure enough, I just hit a new PR last week with 135 pounds. You can see that on the Instagram if you don't believe me. For now, I'm just going to take it easy and do 90.
Further down, see how far you can go. Further down. I want you to go to the bathroom.
I'd like to welcome our newest sponsor here at Muscle Sport TV, and that is magicandmuscle.com, MAGICK and muscle.com. This is your one-stop shop for all your gym apparel and supplements. They have caps, as you can see right here. They have tank tops also. He's having t-shirts being made up. Our buddy Robert Martin from over there. And they're going to be sent here, and we'll show you them as soon as we get them. They're going to be hot off the press, but they got some great supplements here. This is a pre-workout, The Awakening. The Awakening. And here we have a recovery elixir, BCAAs. I'm going to enjoy. I got 2 of those. And now here we have thermogenic burn. That's your fat burner right there. And this is one that I'm going to enjoy more. Testosterone Conjure. Boosts libido and performance. See what happens when you get old? You fucking need shit like this, and you need advertisers like this. All kidding aside, magicandmuscle.com. One-stop shop. You get your caps, you get your shirts, and you get your supplements.
SkoolIron.com presents Muscle Sport Media's coverage here at the 2018 Arnold Classic Expo with the Mokia villain. It's actually Mocha. It's not Mokia, but that's just my fucking retardation to it. His real name is Eric. It's Eric with an A. So I would fuck that up too. So, yeah. All right, tell us, how do you pronounce your Instagram name properly?
The Mocha Villain. Just mocha, like coffee. And I know how you like your coffee. You like it that way, yeah. Just a little bit light, but still has a dark tone to it, just like this. Smooth, goes down easily. You think you can remember that shit, but he doesn't.
I saw it as Mokia once, and it's basically, now it's a joke. Now it's stuck. We got to keep it that way. But, Eric, I'm very, very honored and proud that you're wearing the colors of the family.
Representing, that's the way it's supposed to be. Definitely.
And if somebody doesn't like it?
They can go fuck themselves. Absolutely.
Mokia and I are going to start our Fox News on Muscle Sport TV. We figured we're going to do it after a couple of beers tonight. And basically, it's going to consist of
pretty much whatever the fuck we want to say. So it will be Fox News, because if you watch it, you're pretty much fucked.
Say, what the fuck? Exactly. So we're going to have a few laughs. We're at the expo. He's here with his old lady, and I hung out with him last year. He's a good fucking guy, member of the fam, and we're going to do more videos with him tonight after a couple of fucking rounds.
So, are you looking for open and honest talk about female bodybuilding, female muscle, competing, and more? Well, here it is. Make sure to watch me, Crystal Wildfire Anthony, on Spreading Like Wildfire on Muscle Sport TV. Not only will I give you my uncensored opinions, but I'll also show you some sexy muscle. Want to see more? Just come watch me on MuscleGirlsLive.com and follow me on Instagram at Crystal Wildfire Anthony. You want to be careful though, not to get burned. It's hot and it's going to be spreading like wildfire. Make sure you guys sign up. Watch us at Muscle Sport Mag, Muscle Sport TV, and come say hello.
And welcome once again to a shitload of sports on the Muscle Sport TV channel on YouTube. I'm being joined by, well, finally unveiling the mysterious Keefus.
And people out there probably saying, put the mask back on.
Well, if we need a mask for me, I'm going to have one with a large part of the nose, with a little room there. But we're going to be talking about sports, because muscle sport is not just muscles, it's also sport, hence the fucking name. But basically, coming up in the next few episodes, we're going to be doing a MLB preview, division by division. But we figured for this first little kind of like, I guess kind of like a pilot, if you will, we're going to just let it fucking slide.
Let it ride.
We got the whole script. You got all the cue cards, and the crew is all there, and the makeup and everybody and all of that.
That makeup lady's hot.
She is, right? Oof, she got a huge fucking cock too.
Oh,
so
man.
lady boy makeup. But sports. Where would you be without sports in your life, Keefelis?
Seminary? Maybe.
Things would be quite boring if it wasn't for the sporting world.
Yeah, and I got to say that, you know, kids today, I think they really are missing out on the enjoyment and the participation of sports, like I guess you could say we had when we were young, because these fields are empty. These parks are empty.
I know.
You're seeing it, I'm seeing it, you know, unless it's a team game where the parents get involved. You know, so sports is a huge, huge part of my life, and it always has been, and it's what you did as a kid.
Yeah.
And then when you became an adult, when they told you you could no longer do that sport anymore,
you watched it.
You watched it, and you became a fan.
Yeah, definitely. My first baseball game, my first sporting event was a baseball game at Shea Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Mets versus Reds, Tom Seaver pitching.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was 1979. So I was kind of old to be going to my first game at 12. It was August, so it was after my birthday. We didn't have a lot of money when I was a kid, so I'll kind of lean towards that. But where and how old were you for your first sporting event?
Okay, it was 1982. I was 7.
Okay.
I was also at Shea Stadium.
Wow, I thought it would be the Bronx.
No. My parents would not drive me up to Yankee Stadium because it was right next to a jail. Because I had asked, I said, can I go to a Yankee game? They said, absolutely not. And the Bronx House of Detention used to be right next door. So I was brought to Shea Stadium to watch Craig Swan pitch against the
27.
Yes, San Francisco Giants, and I believe Reggie Smith hit 2 home runs off of him, and
wow,
Dave Kingman struck out a bunch of times.
Yes, that was Kong. He did have I'm sure if we ever wanted to look it up, there's probably a few golden sombreros in his illustrious history. But he also did hit a couple of good home runs. When we were like, probably, I don't know, I guess like junior high school age, we used to go every time to Met opening home game, regardless if it was the season opener or not, and Memorial Day, because we were all from school. And we would all take the train, the N train from Brooklyn, and then switch somewhere for the 7 to go to Shea. And it was a whole crew of us, like between 8 and 12 kids of that age.
I'm picturing the scene in the beginning of the Warriors where everybody's feeding the turnstile, and
we probably weren't feeding. We were probably the guy hopping that one.
Yeah.
I think one of the Warriors did hop the turnstile, right? The bad guy, Ajax or whatever. I forget his name now. It slips me mind, but basically, Shea Stadium was the one. I did go to a couple of Yankee games when I was younger. I went to more when I was an adult. I wanted to make, especially after they had plans on moving across the street and building a new stadium. I brought my son to a game at Yankee Stadium, even though neither of us are Yankee fans, just for baseball historical purposes.
It's an experience. It really
you
is.
have to go. And
Yes.
Monument Park, he took a picture by Babe Ruth's monument and stuff. So just because of the whole ambiance of the Yankee Stadium, I thought was a thing that I wanted him to experience, and he obviously had a younger chance to do that. But I do recall a very interesting game where we were at Shea Stadium together, and my son said, "Dad, I got to make poop." Now, so this was 2008. It was the last year of Shea Stadium, so he was 7. So obviously I got to go with him to the bathroom, not in the store with him, but I am going to, okay, yeah, I'm going to finish this popcorn. I'll meet you later. You know, I got to walk him.
That would have been not 2008. That would have been 1958. Hey, kid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get one of the ushers to get you into the bathroom.
Bring me back a beer, will you?
And let him wipe you.
So he went, and I'm like, I'm trying to find any stall that doesn't have fucking, and it was probably like 7th inning, so you know what that means.
Oh, yeah, there was...
It was later in the game.
It was like a bacchanal in there.
Oh, it was
urine and feces and just
terrible.
pestilence.
So my last memories of Old Shea Stadium was trying to find a clean shitter from my son when he was 7.
And was it successful?
We did the best we can. I made sure I lined it up double fucking coated with that great toilet paper that the Wilpons fucking put out for the fans. And he had no choice. You know, he had to go. So it was either make the best of it or shit your pants.
Right.
He made the best of it.
And you didn't want to ride back home with shitty drawers.
No, we were my daughter was there too, and you know, it would have been stinky.
My first experience at Yankee Stadium was in the late 80s. I want to say either 87 or 88. And it was my brother, his girlfriend at the time, who was now his wife, and my father. And we had gone to a Red Sox Yankee game.
Okay.
So it was a real big deal. Now,
sure.
The Yankees in the late 80s, unfortunately, they had the offense, but they sure didn't have the defense.
Yeah.
They didn't have the pitching. You know, we're talking about the Andy Hawkins, the Dave LaPointes, the Ed Whitsons of the world. I couldn't even tell you who they had in the pen other than Righetti, maybe Charlie Puleo.
Oh.
You know, we're scraping at the bottom of the barrel here. No offense to Charlie Puleo, but
ex-Met.
Yeah.
Hat never stayed on his head?
No.
Every pitch?
So I just remember specifically about that game that the Yankees made a big comeback and we missed it because the section that we were sitting in was turned into a Donnybrook.
Oh.
I mean, there were fights everywhere, and these were all, no one braved coming down from Boston in those days.
No. So this was just Yankee fans?
This was all Yankee fans.
Was it in the bleachers or was it regular normal section?
We were in the main level, not the upper decks, the main level. But I remember a lot of late 80s, so you saw a lot of jean jackets flying all over the place because it was a May game, so it was cold out. Jean jackets and beers flying all over the place. And my father said, I'm out of here.
We're out of here. Well, he's got 2 kids.
Yeah, well, my brother was in his 20s, but, I'm in my, early teen, not even. I was probably 11 or 10 at the time.
As a parent now, you see you're at a disadvantage.
Oh, absolutely. It was
that's not good
the
situation.
Peanuts were flying. It was just it was bedlam, and there was no At that point, they had the security guys with those red jackets on and the red top hats, usher hats.
They weren't even security really.
They blew a whistle. I remember there was a lot of whistle blowing if there was a fight to call like that one guy to break it up.
Okay.
So it was quite a scene there, but it was from what I read in the next day in the Daily News, it was quite an event.
Yes, there was a hell of a comeback by the New York Yankees.
Tommy John, who let up 7 runs, somehow stayed in the game. I guess Piniella was frustrated with him at that point and said, you're going through this.
And they were able to come
back. Yeah, I think Jack Clark had a couple of homers.
Oh, wow. Jack Clark. See, these are names that... like a lot of the names you mentioned, Pointer and those guys, like they had really good success elsewhere. I mean, Clark wasn't bad on the Yankees, but he's known for the Giants and the Cardinals, obviously.
Sure.
Jack the Ripper, what was a Hitman? What was his nickname?
No, Hitman was, I believe, Mattingly.
Yeah, and also Bill Matlock was Hitman.
Matlock was a Hitman.
Yeah, but I think Clark had a nickname that I'm not remembering now. But just the memories of going to games. I went to Shea to see the Jets. Snowy weather. Of course they lost. They wouldn't be the fucking Jets.
Was that in '83 when Richard Todd was supposed to be the next coming? Because they went to the AFC Championship in '82, yes. And then everybody had picked them in '83 to have a season, and they were, you know.
I think this was '81. I think it was the year before that run in the playoffs. But I remember they were playing Buffalo, so I saw O.J. Simpson play. And Joe Ferguson was at quarterback, and he threw a touchdown pass with 6 seconds remaining to take a 4-point lead, I guess it was. I forget exactly what it was. But either way, it was a close game. Jets blew a fourth-quarter lead to their Buffalo Bill division rivals. And I did get to see Juice in action on the field in person. Little did I know he would become the infamous O.J. Simpson.
Infamous.
15 or so years later.
Norberg.
The infamous Norberg. But yeah, sports is basically kind of thing that, that guys like Keefus and myself, we're into because it's, it's fun. I mean, you grow up following this shit and then you really get into watching it as an adult and then you start to talk about it when you're bullshitting together like we're basically doing now. So a shitload of sports. We're basically going to make it like this. Very similar to a Barstool Sports is. Both of us are big fans of the Barstool Sports platforms. And I think what they do is they bring something fun to the table. They make it interesting. They make it funny. It's a little, crass at times, which Muscle Sport TV has been known to delve into those areas and dip their toes into that water. A little bit. So that's kind of what a shitload of sports is going to be. So we just wanted to give you a little quick foray into it on this episode of Muscle Sport TV. But the next time you see an episode with Keefus and myself, we will be breaking down the American League East, the Junior Circuit East.
That's right. Starting with the Baltimore Orioles.
Ooh. I'm going to let him take charge in that because he's a little more in tune than I am. I'm so involved with the bodybuilding world. I can't split my brain into everything. But that's going to do it for this pilot, if you will, of a shitload of sports. And we'll see you next time.
See you then.
Be sure to tune in next week for another episode of MSTV where we will show you more of our coverage from the Arnold Classic, some more of those great interview videos that we had such a blast doing. And thanks again, especially to Darren and the boys from OldSchoolIron.com for being the title sponsors of our 2018 Muscle Sport Media coverage. The family thanks you.